Hello, greetings everyone. This is me again, Zara Bazak. So I don't know why my voice is like this. I've been resting, and although I've been resting, oh God, one minute. Sorry, excuse me. And so I have been coming here to help the Muslims see for themselves and leave Islam. My voice is kind of faint. I cannot talk louder than this. I don't have the energy to do it. So please bear with me. So what I've been thinking recently, I'll share with you that in search of truth, even about my religion, there was a kind of I used to get stuck, and then closely examining the Quran ayats, I realized I could understand Surah Tahrim, the tafsirs, and I didn't agree to Prophet Muhammad taking an oath and what he did, we are told in Surah Tahrim, ayat 1, against his wives, going to please his wives, and all that. So examples like these and finding contradictions, even in the Ismaili Quran now, and now contemplating like doing the Ismaili prayer, like Imam Ali. I have to call on Imam Ali, and then what the Ismailis in the tafsir have said about, like they worshipped idols. So idols are they just stopped at idols, we're told. So likewise in the Quran ayats, I found like I felt this was injustice to the polytheists, to the idol worshippers. I didn't find evidence, not as yet, so I was wondering maybe there could be hidden evidence somewhere in Saudi Arabia, Makkah, that the polytheists were um, what do you call it, burying their infant daughters alive. That too, I felt that there should have been evidence. Since seeing in the other Quran, the non-Ismaili Quran, that they were giving water to the pilgrims and then they were told that's not right, it's not equal, that's not equal to believing in Allah, and they were maintaining Masjid al-Haram. On one side, doing something good, this is a very good deed. Water, very essential for human, survival, basic. And so I found some Quran ayats against polytheists unjustifiable, not justifiable. Sorry, not justifiable, yeah, unjustifiable. To my very shock, then I said I'm an ex-Muslim. To my very shock, another thing that Shias also have a death penalty if someone leaves Shia Islam. A Shia leaves Shia Islam. So this also, and I thought, okay, I'm going to seeing the Sunni Quran, seeing that Imam Ali's help hasn't come. Naade Ali's didn't help me innumerable times. Naade Ali in my madness when the attacks were on. Why shouldn't Naade Ali help me? So to my very shock, that too, I started to search and search in my mind and in the Quran. Now, the Vedas and all, I couldn't read because of my condition. It's too much for me. So the Quran was enough for now. And even tafsirs I couldn't go to. First showing you the Quran, it was very difficult to make notes and all this. But still my search in this condition for the truth. So the Quran rendered me confused, and then I saw contradictions also and unjustifiable, also lacking evidence against the polytheists. For example, I was thinking recently, like if what the Ismaili Quran says, they stopped at idol worship. They didn't go, it makes you stop at idol worshipping. So the Imam who's there to give you the Isma Azam, who gave Bi Maryam the Isma Azam, wouldn't it make you stop at the Imam only? And all that, right? And what the ayat say about Iblis and God commanding Iblis to bow not to him but to Adam, whom he created with his own hands and blew into him his spirit. Blew into Adam his spirit. So it wasn't making sense to me. Like, could it be that these idol worshippers have made for, if you make idols, like, because God Himself, He says in the Quran ayat, He created Adam with His two hands. And then we say that the tafsirs have it, or even the imams explaining these tafsirs on this ayat, or the tafsir on this ayat, that with His might and power, meaning two hands, right? So let me just search the ayat out. So examples like these, and I thought it's not worth it to kill someone who leaves their religion and talks about this and shares this with you. And then I found contradictions, and I gave my reason on why I wouldn't believe this to be a true prophet on Surah Tahrim ayat 1. So please don't hurt people who leave their religion or create obstacles in their way, because I'm here and I know myself that my niyat, my intention was true and is true, to reach the truth, and no politics in this, Hindus doing something in the and that, and in the Vedas coming this, and there was a bashing, there was a bombardment in my mind. Now seeing the lots of people now against Hindus, and Hindus are wrong also, or Christians are wrong also, and why do you say this? And this is not my way. Hindus can be criminals, they can be punished, whatever you like to do to punish a criminal and to stop them from hurting Muslims or killing Muslims. By all means, you can stop them. But the thing is, my thing here was first find the truth. Like some people, like videos we have, that these kind of music that is very good. So I wanted to also not do, not have medicine, psychiatric medicine. My mother told me it's a long history behind this, not taking psychiatric medicines. My mother also prayed for us that we should never take this. So I was trying to find alternatives, healing for this, and even protection if I'm being attacked by demons, as it seemed, as it felt like. I couldn't find for many years. It's been 24 years now. So then also that, right, finding alternative ways, and like videos on music that are celestial, which kind of help you to connect with God. And I was also trying to find my connection with God that I felt I had lost, like Imam Ali had connection, and Imam Hussein, and all the imams. I couldn't find the connection. And I was having chronic fatigue also, very fatigued, lethargic mentally, physically also. So this, the reason why I was doing this is my search for truth, sincere, honest search for truth. And I got confused by the Quran ayats. The Quran ayats weren't giving me the answers that would really satisfy me with proof. Although it says it's ayat, signs of God. So this, and recently I did lack of evidence of God, right? And now I've forgotten where I was going to search. Oh, Adam, God created, before I forget, Adam with his two hands. Quran ayat. So before I forget and proceed on this, my sharing with you how I feel about this and why I left Islam again, right? So Surah 38, ayat 35 says here, and I'm going to share this on the screen. So I've been also questioning the Ismaili religion, Islam, the Ismaili side also. And I can just not put in words. I'll try to as I go on. I read out here in one of the previous live streams that Maryam was given Isme Azam by the Imam, not by God. So taking myself to Surah Zumar, I mean, these idol worship, whoever they are who worship awliyas also, and they say we worship them to get nearness to Allah. So shouldn't there be an awliya? And then there are people who go directly to God, like, for example, or some cosmic energy like the chi or the ki. Chinese have found this, contemplating. Japanese maybe have found their other things, like this, confused. I haven't found anything contemplating in myself, trying to reach higher dimensions. I've just been so pulled down, I cannot. Right now, I wouldn't, because I've been trying to express being pulled down and what it is. So here we have the ayat, Surah 34. Oh, sorry, 38. Surah 38, ayat 75. Allah said, "O Iblis, what prevented you from prostrating to that which I created with my hands?" Okay, it doesn't say two hands, but it says hands. Hands, hands is in plural. So correction. Were you arrogant or were you among the haughty or high exalted, actually, Aleen, right? So even this, which is the right definition of Aleen, haughty or high exalted, say international or pictorial. So seeing Sunnis also in this kind of a mess, trying to help the Sunnis see for themselves and then decide if they want to leave Islam. But I would say leave Islam like that. I hope you don't hold it against me. And the way even the Hindus coming here and judging me, wanting me to lie against the Shia position, the proper position of the Shias. Like it's really bad. So that whenever I remember recent Hindus coming and the rudeness of this, I get totally pulled down, and I just want to sleep, and it's like suicide. It's mentally very draining, physically very draining for me. So I said from the very beginning, like, please cooperate. I'm not well, and it really shocks the living daylights out of me that how you treat a person who's come here to help. Even the Hindus treating me like this with such rudeness, and with such cunning connivingness, wanting me to lie against the, like, trying to steer, make me feel guilt or something that, oh, can we say you're a Shia, right? That so indirect, cunning way. So some Hindus I found cunning, Indian Hindus. In search of truth, the Quran had me more confused. So instead of all that bombardment that came against Hindus also, Hindu scriptures, first and foremost, I was thinking simultaneously we can help Hindus and others, but this is my thing. If you're if you're honestly doing something to help the Hindus and see the truth, that's okay. I have nothing against you, and I will not stand in your way. But in the Quran, ayats against polytheist, unjustifiable verses, and also evidence not properly given against them. So if you see some of the verses which are unjustifiable against these idol worshippers, and, and evidence not properly given, then how can you be sure about it? And I showed you then if the contradiction that this is, if there were that ayat, if there was much contradiction in the Quran ayats, it would be from other than Allah. In the beginning, it starts, sorry, ponder over it. That I showed you. But some people coming here making life even more difficult for me, that I would be so discouraged in this condition of mine. Very cruel people, I must say. They don't, I don't think you want the truth. Very few people are searching for the truth. So you see, God created him with his hands. And if now the idol worshippers create idols, and how to, from Hindu, I learned a little bit, not that in all the scriptures I believe in, but according to this, like, okay, even from the Hindus, these idols that they say, like the Ismaili Quran, I've forgotten in which one, which under which ayat, that they have this Tahut, these, it's like, these, they stop at worshipping idols, like as if there's no one God, no one energy. But then you see in the Hindus Shiva, which, Chidananda Rupa Shivaham Shivaham. You see that, you see Brahma, the supreme God, formless. They also have a formless God. So this is the evidence I was getting from the idol worshippers. Although the rest of the things like Manusmriti, women rights, terrible, and rape and incest and all this. First, I kept that aside for a moment, just to get to understand the Quran and whether it is right about the things it says, or even Ismaili tafsir, that they stopped at idol worshipping. And even when you see Surah Mumtahana, the hatred and all that started from Abraham and his people. Surah 4 ayat. Oh, and it must be in Abraham ayat on when he tells his father. So in the Ismaili Quran, I'll just be searching out that, and later on maybe. I'm not prepared for this. I can't. I'm not well. So I think I just have an hour here, right around an hour on this live stream. Then I'll go because it gets late, and I don't want to keep disturbing my neighbors every night. So that's so just looking. I just have to charge. Sorry, not even ready for. Just have to charge my computer. Didn't charge my computer. I hope the sound is good. You can hear me. Uh, Sorry, a lot of people. I have. Someone told me in London that this is not you. This is not you. Your anger, the angry thing. When you get angry, that's not you. It's someone else. So that was someone like not from my family, nowhere near, not even from my country. So there's why isn't it? Oh God. Oh, okay. Just a minute, please. And I was shocked because I believed in God so much that I felt that if you believe in God and whoever does evil against you, another thing was blaming people, like pointing fingers was not my thing. I would sometimes say that maybe I've done something wrong that, due to Dwai Kumail, when maybe a sin I have not realized. properly, but I've asked forgiveness from God for. Which sin has He not forgiven mine? So the lady in London said that clairvoyant that it's not your fault. Like you have your mother and you have clean hearts, both of you. She saw that it's just that the person is jealous of your parents. So this was and chronic fatigue also I had. I was struggling in my life. I couldn't study well, couldn't go to college every day, sometimes so tired. So I had lectures and another kind of, what was the other classes? They were called something I've forgotten in Holborn College. Sometimes go to one lecture, miss the, other thing like that. I used to struggle. Okay, now okay, another thing is that last time I said lack of evidence of God's existence, meaning, so today I'll just share with you. Earlier on, I was thinking that love is, there's no complete evidence of God, but universally, I think even atheists experience love. And then if you say this love is not for the ice cream, like it's so loaded a word and it's been distorted and all that, but that's not love's thing, right? Problem. Problem is somewhere in human beings, so we need to find out where that problem is because love is universal and love is the only thing we have, right? Which creates a bond, which creates humanity, right? Humanity doesn't create love, but love creates humanity. Loving care for each other. I think, if I'm not wrong, or someone who I can trust who has been here honestly, but I couldn't find anyone to correct me. And then thinking of the Radhe Krishna. So this was something great in Hinduism that God, if Krishna, like maybe, doesn't, if you don't even believe in Krishna or you don't have that he's an avatar and don't believe in Brahma, God, or Krishna is God. But if you have been given this love in your heart, maybe it starts from a mother when you're born. Like when I was born, my mother was forced because of circumstances to give me a lot of love and care and protection. She had lost her first baby daughter, firstborn. And so I was like a Sikiladi, as they say in Sindhi Koja. I don't know how to put it in English. Like a very, after 4 years of our marriage, I was born and survived, and Lama Rashid Rabi's prayer and all this. So my mother was forced to and she was 13 when she got married to my father. So she was forced to really love me a lot. So I think because of that, that intuitively growing up, that love is the greatest, and love saved me. No, even Imam Hussein couldn't save me, but when it came on my religion, I had to move away. I was like, no way, Imam Hussein did this, and how could I keep doing this? I have to keep the Barham of Imam Hussein, honor him. So I was very hurt when it came on my religion, and I said, that is it. Now, God, you help me. Then God help me. Not to do the same thing again. Just stop it. Go cold turkey on it. So, but God helped me, right? I myself would not be able to do it. So the miracle God gave me, I was then a grace, like it's a grace. Then I lost that later on, to my very shock. This also. Um, so now, love, back to love. So at least if you see the Hindu, I'm not asking you to be a Hindu, but from the very beginning with Krishna, it started with Radhe, love. I'm not going to Ram, you can see. Ram is the dharma that you keep. Ram is with principles and all this. He was a king also, so he. But for me, what can I do? It comes in my way, this love thing. So even if lack of evidence of God, the atheist cannot deny love's existence. They can deny God's existence, but they can't deny love's existence or humanity. Like they say, be human beings. They can't deny what does that phrase mean, be human beings. Or go with the secular system. What does the secular system have that we, what is this freedom and freedom of speech, and where does all this come from the secular system? How old is this secular system? But how old is love? If your mother didn't care for you, I wonder if you, even if you survive, you might lose your way and, then be going into destruction, self destruction. So, so it's a great responsibility, or the mother who has a love for her children, not a covert narcissist, and takes care. This is nature. What is nature? Nature can be cruel too, so I can't say. But this is for most mothers, like this would be a natural thing to take care of her child and love her child. And I feel love is the only way, not punishments, but giving love. And too much love is never spoiling the person, the child. It doesn't spoil the child. Unlike what others say, that too much love spoils us. No, that's not love. That's perhaps the possessiveness of a mother. Now we need to realize what is true love. And since we're given love here, which even the atheist would not deny, then what? Then we need to see what is this love and what is true love and what does it do. So I was reading books and I came across long time ago before joining St. Joseph's College, unconditional love. And there are, so please bear with me. What is this non-judgmental love? Like I love you no matter what you do. And I couldn't for the life of me understand it, but I understood it through my religion as Rahmaniyat of God. That Rahmaniyat of God, God has given Pharaoh, respite. So this is like a Rahmaniyat of God. Or Rahim is for a special mercy for his believers, but Rahmaniyat is for all, even cruel people. They have the right to live, and time is given to them to Sudarja, become, good, improve, become better human beings. So, unconditional love, simply put, is love without strings attached. Like, I love you no matter what. And I love you in a detached manner, okay? Here it means love without strings attached. I love you in a. So, we need to find out what is love. This is a very crucial thing for our survival and our betterment. You see, I went for God's what do you call it, evidence, and I felt short. So I felt there was lack of evidence of God. But love, yeah, sometimes like in my hurt and all this, so many times failing in love with my principal too, like two people who are believers, Surya Maria Maya, they used to pray for my principal and me. We should bring good things to believe. I believed in one God, and she believed in one God, being a Sunni and I being a Shia. So those who believe and do good deeds, so doing good, like giving charity, not telling people about it, putting a smile on someone's face, Prophet Muhammad, even Dale Carnegie Carnegie in his book, Stop Worrying and Start Living, Stop Living, gave this putting this charity to put a smile on the face of another. Prophet Muhammad's saying another, but the real hadith says your sister, believing brother, it means unconditional love. So we need to find out what is this love that no one can deny, not even atheists can deny. You experience it, you've experienced it one time or the other in your life, maybe. Is love without strings attached. It's love you offer freely. You don't base it on what someone does for you in return. You simply love them and want nothing more than their happiness. So, this is unconditional love. Not that anything they do, like they want to kill you, but I used to recite that, sing that song, Indian song, उड़ उड़ के कहेगी खाक सनम ये दर्द मोहब्बत सहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है so चाहे मिटा दो like my principal elderly lady I would tell myself but I failed to come up to that. Oh God, the abuse I've given her and the curses in this madness year 2000 started. What a nightmare. चाहे बना दो चाहे मिटा दो like even if you whether you erase me or whether you make me I will not complain. Chai banado, whether you make me, whether you chai mitado, erase me. Chai banado, chai mitado. What was the lyrics then of the Indian song? So this I would tell myself in St. Joseph's College, Karachi. I felt God's grace like in emptiness. And now I said, whatever life can, like, it seems it's this grace of God, this emptiness, you know, no sense. Like, okay, I'm here, but, no my, me, this is mine, and Mary bag kahan hai, where's my bag? And please take care of my bag, and my wallet, and my money, or my car, my home, me, not like nothing is just so that moments those moments in told me that oh my god, and it's like Surah Fajr ayat, you know Imam Hussein went through so much, like when I was a Shia, so I have to give you an example of this of so I was like oh my god, it's like enter my heaven, like I all that hell I went through complaining to God and all that I did against, angry against God. I started to fight against God, which I never dreamt of as a Shia doing. Later on, I did, due to being separated from my teacher. There came a time when at times praying to him, at times getting very angry at him. So, what was it, the point, which I forgot? I would, yeah, so I'm becoming senile, I think. And the grace God gave me, I finally said Allahu Akbar, meaning it, finding my principle. So, such a beautiful, magnanimous soul I felt in first years in Joseph's College. So, there was this friction, should I love her or not? And I felt dizzying, I felt some dizzying heights. And then I decided I put their unconditional love on my notebook while in the class. And I thought, okay, unconditional love. So this is what's unconditional love. Even God gave life to Pharaoh and time. But this doesn't mean that someone can be be beating you up like, then Temina Durani, like your husband beating you up and then saying sorry, and then, or saying sorry to Mr. Sao, okay, I won't do this, and, New Year resolutions, and, oh, God, no, no, I mean, saying sorry and then doing it, and then saying, give me some time, give me some time. Um, but this unconditional love means that you simply love them without attachment. But I got attached. One side. It just took one side to get attached. It's love you offer freely. I wish I hadn't gotten attached. You don't base it on what someone does for you in return. Yes, you don't need even a thank you from them because it brings you so much pleasure to help them, to carry the bag, to be around, giving the best you can in college for your principal, for the college, for the teachers, like, and her whole household, her family. When if they want me, may I be there. If they don't want me, if someone else can help them, then I don't have to be there. So I don't need to be there. I don't want to be there. You simply love them and want nothing more than their happiness, their freedom, their betterment, their highest good, right? This is unconditional love. This is unconditional love. So this was my thing. And then, so understanding that lack of evidence of God, but love is universal then. Because I was trying to find out whether the Shia Islam is the universal truth, then why Imam Hussein gave such a sacrifice for humanity. Why the Christians still Christians? Why the atheists? Why the Hindus? When they praise Imam Hussein, some of them, why are they still Hindus, uh, idol worshippers? You get it? So this also, and then Sunnis, my own fellow Muslims, not understanding our side, very shocking. And like, we're told that in Surah 7, right? Surah 7, like, oh my God, for me it was like very shocking. Speaking about God without knowledge. Mother Teresa of Calcutta talking about God and helping so many. What service, these Christians. So someone told me this is a test for us. A Muslim told me. Speaking about God without knowledge, oh no, no, no. Like, okay, even if a Sunni came to my house and spoke to me against my religion, I would just keep quiet because I'm not an alim, and I was told half knowledge and you're not an alim. So if they had asked me, but they went on indirectly saying that, meaning she has to shirk, by calling Ali also. But I needed to tell her that we call Allah also. It's not like this. When I go to the Mahara Majlis, then Imam Hussain and yeah, Hazrat Abbas, it's an intercession. And then later on, she said there's no intercession in the Quran. She was wrong about that. So that's intercession. When we do dua tawassul on Tuesdays, it's preferable. That's intercession. But there have been times when I've been directly with God, like, oh, Almighty God, you can do the miracle, bring Mistisat today, now, and let us reconcile. Because it depended on her if she wanted to come now. That's how. So praying to God Almighty directly. Oh, Almighty God. And we have du'as that are like dua yastashir about Allah, dua mashlul, dua samad. Then yes, Moses is mentioned and sometimes there, but direct with God first, right? Dua to God. Then there's the intercession. So it's not like we don't pray to a God directly also. Then, so this was very shocking how the Sunnis hate us and how they are repulsed against us. Ye shaitani, don't go to them. Don't have, like, don't listen to them. D- Don't give us, don't give these Shias even a chance to give you their side. You'll be ye shaitan and they're Satan. Their reasoning is satanic. They'll zap you in. So this, not like Christians, Jews, speaking about God without knowledge. So then when I said like I have to help the Shias in Karachi, I need to know whether I have full knowledge of God. I need to become an alima. And then my thing was not, my eloquence I felt was lacking. I had lacking eloquence and articulating, and I also beaten, battered with voices and madness and torture, mental, physical, so feeling physical torture also. So before also I lacked knowledge, but now having the knowledge and reading Dejani's book, how well he's written it, I felt I didn't have that kind of. Even my father had better like eloquence than I did. I didn't have the eloquence, right? So there's, I don't know where something is fallen here. Trying to search for it. So many impediments. With that, I still said, let me do this. Hope you would understand. I can't settle for a religion when I'm confused about it. But a few contradictory ayats were enough for me now. I can't settle for second best or something like that. Like even for now, Ismaili Islam would be the second best for me. But my truth searching is ongoing, right? So people coming here, are you Ismaili? Are you this? Are you that? Please understand every time this will not be coming to me, right? Like it's coming to me now and I can explain. So speaking the truth about God with knowledge, this is what I wanted. Maybe, oh God, like you straighten the tongue of Moses, straighten my tongue. And Moses also needed Aaron. So your prayer is answered, oh Musa, oh Musa. So I thought one day, and as I do this day, then there were certain people saying, हरकत में बरकत होती है, ऐसी बैठोगी और कुछ नहीं करोगी, तो बरकत कहाँ से आएगा? Where will this बरकत blessing come from? So the blessing is in harkat, motion. Get the ball moving, rolling, and then just get it rolling. So I couldn't work. Someone said, "Get the ball rolling, like start working, and maybe then, you know." Whereas, so I got the ball rolling here with this work of mine to help the Muslims see for themselves, and then decide to leave Islam and then keep away from Islam, because then against the women and marital rape and mutta. Now recently you've seen how Ismailis against mutta, and just in extreme cases, and this will lead your daughters, your sisters, oh God, to mistressship and or prostitution or becoming promiscuous, then going for it. Like once you get exposed, they say to men, you don't feel that shy, and then the walls are broken and some break, and then slowly, like too much exposure to the men is not good. They say in Islam, you lose your shyness, and Prophet Muhammad has said that shyness is half of my religion, haya, and this in the Sunni hadith you can find. So the Sunnis would say there's too much exposure then to men by females. No, no, this will make them shameless. Haya nahi rahegi. And Prophet Muhammad has said that somewhere he said half of my religion is cleanliness, and then some other place uh, uh, he said half of my Prophet Muhammad. So for the Sunnis here, if this is in Shia Islam, I don't remember, but I found it in a Sunni hadith. No, it's part. Sorry. Okay, on Haya, Wikipedia has given this narrated by Abu Huraira. The Prophet Muhammad said, faith, belief consists of more than 60 branches. Okay, so it has 60 branches, so not half, i.e., parts. And Haya is a part of faith. So females will lose Haya, too much exposure to men, and all this, right? So sorry, yeah, correction, not half. I didn't see this hadith. 60 branches faith consists of. And one part is haya, and another part is cleanliness, and love for one's country is part of faith punishment. Hmm? I don't know about this right now, but I'm going too far off from my topic. Love. And another thing is, so what else? So God created, Iblis didn't worship. Iblis didn't bow to Adam, you would say, because he was haughty. He was proud, arrogant. But another reason would be, okay, the reasons, so, God saying, another thing is in Al-Qafi, like keep showing you, intellect. So once you use reason can be corrupted reason also, like Shaitan's reason. Reason can have ego, arrogance. So Shaitan giving reason to God, that's not enough, because then now reason is corrupted. And I could see the different patterns of reasoning in Sunni and Shia. And it makes a world of a difference. So whose reasoning is corrupted now? Whose intellect is corrupted? So what does intellect require first? Purification, right? You need to be purified. That's why that God said in Surah Azab, God wishes or intends to purify you, O Ahlul Bayt, with the total thorough purification. So we need to first go to the thorough purified. And even for this true love, if you want to find out, love is universal. People have written books on love. So, love, even non Muslims, atheists could have written books on love. So, love, okay, so purification, intellect now. Now, the intellect needs to be purified. This also problem coming up, right? Because we intend to thoroughly purify you with a thorough purification. And since intellect can be corrupted, so if intellect is corrupted, then reasoning is coming corrupted. So is the Sunni reasoning somewhere I saw they're corrupted, even the Shia reasoning corrupted, 12 Shia. Even the Ismaili reasoning corrupted because there are contradictions in ayats they have in the Quran, and I showed you. So now now intellect depends on what? Purification. Intellect depends. Please see this. Depends on purification. Purification of the intellect, purification of the will. Look at this, what I found. So the will of Allah, by the way, if Allah willed, Allah didn't will, okay, that's another thing. Maybe I'm trying to bring an ayat. Here it says in the Incarnate Word website, outside here, purification, the title given, intelligence and will, SABCL. The movement of perfection is away from all domination by the lower nature and towards a pure and powerful reflection of the being, power, knowledge, and delight. For the first time, I've come across this website. I have to share it here. Sorry, keep forgetting to share it. Purifying the heart and developing the intellect. Thank you. The 14, the Fountain magazine. The believer is realizing that only God can help him or her attain whatever they see. It is an acknowledgement that no one besides him has any. So there's a Catholic, is this Christian, is this Muslim? So just going to the website that we're verifying and then see if my email doesn't pop up, then I will share this website again. Okay, the Arabic dua. Okay, this is from Islam. So again, sharing this. Yes, so your intellect needs to be purified. So sorry, the Shia thing also. Intellect is not purified. I realize this. If you have anything to say about this, Muslims, Shias, purifying the heart and developing the intellect. Oh God, it's a Momina Navid, Qalb in Arabic, literally. Even in Sunni Islam, there's a hadith or what, a biography of Prophet Muhammad where Jibril comes and tears apart his chest and goes to his heart, and his heart is found like blackened and then cleans it, or what? What was that hadith? Sorry, if his heart was found blackened or what? So even Prophet Muhammad's heart was cleaned, according to Sunni hadith. Hereafter, to only the believer who will come to God with pure heart. Acha qalb salim, Salim. Surah 26, ayat 89. Now, how to purify this? So you can read this. I will share it if you want to read this. You're interested in reading this. For now, just throwing in the points and sharing what I have reflected upon. If you want to read this, I've just posted the address for the website, link for the website. Oh, God. And just skimming through this now. Firstly, dua is an affirmation of Tawheed, Shirk, Kaf. Okay, all this, right? Now, I'm on also, oh God. Okay, this may be disorderly. So on Ismailis, also that. Without the Imam, Ismailis. So idol worshipping, what they said. Okay, let's go. Let me find the Abraham said to his father. No, there are other good ayats. Thank God I read them. Abraham very kindly telling his father. Abraham told his father, what are these idols you worship? But these are the very guides. Idols you worship, there's a monument, there's a house of God. Do you take idols as gods? I see you and your people are clearly straight. Surah 6, ayat 75. Let me check this. Surah 6, ayat 75 in the Ismaili Quran. Q dash mono reality. 675. Do they really stop at idols or are these? Okay, there's another ayat that's come from Surah Zariyat or Surah Najm. No, Surah Najm. These are names they've named just like by themselves. They've named the idols. Or have they? Because if Isma Azam came to Bibi Maryam not through God but Imam, she must know the Imam. 20. Where is it? 74. So just searching if 74 is here. No, 74 is not here. So these are idol. No, it's not in the Ismaili Quran. Where else was there? Do you take idols as gods? 74 is not there. 75. Tell me the light of what's the 75. Sorry, I may not be showing you every website here. And thus do we show Abraham the realm of the heavens and the earth that he would be among certain. Did you see it? I can't just, believe in this unless, like Abraham was shown the realms of heavens and the earth. The Surah 6, ayat 75 says this. Now, Ismaili Quran says this. That ayat, then these are names you have named. Your tells the idol worshippers that Quran ayat. And thus do we show the realm. Oh, my Aziz, and tell me in the light of the Holy Quran, how can the word certainty be the synonym of recognition? Answer. Question and answer. It is said in, now this the answer. It is said in verse Surah 6, ayah 75, thus we used to show Abraham the order, Nizam of the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, so that he be of those who have certainty. You need to have certainty too. Malakat, spirituality. What question? 98. What does malakat mean? What is this? So where? Okay, Adam was taught names. I'm trying to search now, online searching. Let's go there. Can't find that verse which where does Ismaili tafsir. No, wait. Also, Adam was given names. But before that, these are names you have chosen. Quran ayat. Is it Surah Najm or Surah Zariyat? Surah Najm. They are but names which you have named, you and your fathers, for which Allah has sent down no authority. They follow only conjectures, guesswork, right? Okay, it's here on the screen. They are not but names you have named them, you and your forefathers, for which Allah has sent down no authority. They follow not except assumption, and what their souls, oh, very good. So you see, or desire, soul's desire, and there has already come to them from the Lord guidance. From guidance, how has guidance come to them? Through another messenger, prophet, right? When Okay, so they follow not except assumption, and they've perhaps gone into their souls and found out, like the Samiri caste. Samiri, remember what Samiri said? It is the soul that inclined to me, my soul. So that's why when I was not even going, if I couldn't find a ayat on reincarnation, past life, I couldn't believe in it. If my religion doesn't have reincarnation, then it's very dodgy to believe in a soul when it's very dodgy. So God has sent Moses. He should be waiting for Moses to come back rather than listening to his soul, because listening to your soul, you can't trust in the soul, right? Soul is prone to evil. Hazrat Yusuf has said it, Quran ayat Surah Yusuf. So here I felt, although like now, closely examining, going through the verses, that the soul means that the soul considered something good and it was pleasing to himself. The punishment of a Samiri and the burning of the calf thereupon. Is this a tragedy? Missing. So, then finding this ayat also, you see, this is the thing, giving people outside guidance when there should be inner guidance. If you avoid your inner guidance, then outer guidance becomes necessary. Let's say God would have said, okay, since you avoided your inner guidance, the guidance in your soul I have given you, then there should be a master or messenger or imam who can show you the guidance God has given you inside that you have avoided, that you have ignored. This also. So, Surah Sajda. This is a big tragedy. You see, 13, I 13 says, why has God given you? I could see run around here. You see, what could have God told you? Even the intellect, you see, Sunnis not only use the hadith, but don't they use how much of the intellect? Ijma, no, ijma is, do Sunnis use, and if we had will, we could have given every, don't Sunnis use the reason, like Quran ayat signs, but do Sunnis use, what do you call it, like the 12 Shias? Do Sunnis use, and when can you use your reason? Do Sunnis use intellect when they are doing, when you're doing this, even in life, are you allowed to use your reason or just rely completely on Of course, you're supposed to rely on God because the ayat is there. But when can such idea? Do Sunnis use reason? Reason in Islam. Let's see. JS Store. JS Store, sorry. Islam and Human Reason. Siddiq Mazaruddin Siddiqui. Islam with all its rigid moral revelation supreme. Therefore, there is no opposition. Of course, the Quran ayat says use your reason, right? Oh, yes, Sunnis have to use reason. Otherwise, God would put use your akal, intellect, or you know, whatever you may call it, where reason comes from. So the main thing is use your akal, the surah ayat. Otherwise, God would put abomination on you. So you see, I showed in the earlier. How can I forget? I showed, yes, thank you, this website, that Sunnis, Quran ayat says use your akal also, otherwise God will. But then also follow authority. Now there was a confusion. Some Quran only Sunnis were saying, Muslims were saying, we use our reason. But then I realized, how can they say this? So there are two contradictory ayats. Follow your authority. Islam says, Quran ayat says, right? Surah Nisa 59, O believers, obey Allah and obey the Messenger and those in authority. So when you say now you are a Muslim, are you, at this I was confused about because certain people, ex-Muslim Ahmad's channel, they were Muslims were coming there, Quran only. Ahmad was saying, ex-Muslim Ahmad was saying, go, you're not a Muslim, you're not a believer. They were saying, no, we use our reason. But you reject this hadith. You reject this authority in your religion. You reject the authority of Ibn Qatir or this on authority, the chain of narrations, this hadith of Prophet Muhammad. You're not a Muslim. So, no, but they wouldn't, you see. But why would you accept certain authorities, certain hadiths and not others? And they said because we use a reason. So there are these sects in Islam who say we reject certain authority. We can because we use reason. We used reason now. So reason becomes handy to them. And so they could be rejecting a certain authority here and going against Surah Nisa 59. Oh my God. So you see, so many. You have your own Muslims. In Islam, you have the Quran only, then you have some Ahl Sunnah who say we reject some of our authorities. That's authority in Islam. Religious scholars and all. We use our akal. When in these circumstances, or ex-Ahmad, ex-Muslim, sorry, ex-Ahmad, ex-Muslim Ahmed was like, no way, then you're not a Muslim, Ahl Sunnah. What are you then? You are a disbeliever because according to your hadith even, he could show if you don't follow your authority, right? But there's a fountainhead here. This is the head, Quran ayat. So when are you supposed to reject an authority? Who are you? Oh, you say I use my akal. So when Shias use their akal, you say no, that's wrong. Or they give wrong meaning. Do they intentionally? Like Ahle Sunnah would say, no, you are wrong. You're giving wrong your to the Quran only. You don't even see that Quran ayat which says, follow this messenger, which means follow his hadiths, follow his way of life, which means you need to dig out his hadiths, how he lived with the Quran, first the Quran, then with Prophet Muhammad, right? The way of Prophet Muhammad. So there's a certain ayat which says, which gives you the, which implies, which, or even directly, like you have to follow his hadith, his ways. Without his ways, the Quran is concise, will not give, hasn't given you detailed. You don't even know. You're just reading the Quran, you don't know Prophet Muhammad's life story. No, we read, I've read someone's from Ibn Ishaq or from, well, I've taken from here and there the history of the religious scholars that have brought this. You see so many problems. And then you're killing people for disrespecting the ones who are truly, we will not settle for this, truly after the truth. In your own, oh, there's no sect and call us Muslim. There are some Muslims who come up with this and very harsh way. They tell you, Shias have broken us. Abraham was a Shia of no. I tell them, then all these problems you have. So please see this. And so now time is ticking for me to end this live stream. A few minutes left. So there's this, and then there's another ayat which says, use your reason. Use your reason, akal. Otherwise, where is it? This is the thing in me. God would put abomination. Now I was supposed to go to the Ismaili Quran and tell against the polytheists. Names you have named yourself, right? Who named Imam Ali? Mother named, or Wahi came. Oh, Jibrail came and said, God, Fatima bint Asad wanted to name him Asad, Asadullah. What? Then Jibrail came and told Prophet Muhammad that his name is Ali. So whatever it is in the Shia, I don't know exactly. Imam Ali when he was born. What is it? And thus Allah puts upon Surah 6 ayat 125, remember? If you don't remember. Thus Allah makes abominations upon those who are not believing. Wait a minute. Believing? Sorry. On those who do not use reason. I can't find that verse. And whosoever God wills to guide, he opens wide with willingness towards self-surrender, and also calling upon skies, horror upon those who will not believe. Okay, where's that ayat? Does anyone here remember? Allah puts abomination on those who do not use akal or reason. Translations differ. Also, I differ. But you can't blame me, right? I think it's Surah Yunus, ayat 100. Okay, it's time. Surah Yunus, ayat 100. Yeah, this sounds familiar, this ayat. I think it's this one. Let me just see for sure. Sorry, Surah Yunus. Now it's taking time. And it is not for a soul to believe except by permission of Allah, and He will place defilement upon those who will not use reason. Yaqiluna, right? Understanding and conduct. So, how do you reconcile? Some of you don't even know how to reconcile with those two verses I just gave you. Follow your authority. And if you differ, then go back to Allah and the Messenger. This means you're supposed to find a hadith of the Prophet, not your akal. If you don't find a hadith on that particular thing, then you just have to follow what has been given to you by your authorities. And if it doesn't go against the Quran ayats, or you decide, right? Like that. The Prophet's hadith doesn't go against the Quran ayats. And if there's no Quran ayat on breastfeeding by adults, of adults by women to make them mahram, then you just reject that. And or you go to alim if you're not well, you haven't studied well, and find the easy way out. Oh God, so many problems. You see. So what's the solution for this? You say, I have it. Muslims, Quran only say, we have it. Ahl Sunnah say, we have it. Salafi say, we have it. Shia 12ers say, we have it. Ismaili say, we have it. Bori Shia say, we have it. Rest 72 jingling bells ringing in my head, Hafiz. 72 sects meaning. Or let's make no sects, we are just Muslims. But there's the party of Allah, Hizbullah. And Momins are higher than Muslims in daraja, status, position. I've shown that ayat long time ago to Salah ad-Din, who came here. Being from Saudi Arabia, I assumed that he's a Salafi, and he accepted it, that Momins, believers, are above Muslims from that ayat I showed. No, don't call yourselves Muslims as to the Bedouin Jews or whoever they are. Say, we are believers. Just one ayat. And God, he agreed. So this, and then okay. And now either I speak softly or I leave, as I said. So I think I'll continue later because someone comes here and I'll get all angry and stuff. I can't do like, debates. In search of truth, the Quran can't even answer in a like low tone, soft tone, gentle tone. So I don't trust in myself right now on this, at least. So much confusion. So let's say that love is perhaps love will make you lead, but full evidence of God we don't have. But love is universal, and love is the thing. So in some ways, agreeing to the Shiva Hindus on that Radha comes before Krishna, Radhe, love, the lover. And then we'll find out more about this. So Quran has been very confusing. We don't know whether their souls got, their inner selves got wahi inspired, and God told them, name them in this way, like, Surah Najm ayat. I feel that was unjustified ayat against the polytheists and against Samiri caste too, that his soul inclined to him. So God should have put something in your souls, or should he have put it in your spirit? that you are being that you've been disconnected from. So even if you say spirit, perhaps they reach the spirit. And then it says also this, right, that they, okay, not only they worship idols, so they worship Satan, but they worship females. And this is satanic too. And idol worshippers are from Taghut. So let's find out. As far as I've gone, I'll just, how much I've found out through contemplation and Quran ayats first, that there are contradictions and we don't know the truth against the polytheists has not been given in the Quran. The proof also has not been given against the polytheists in the Quran ayats. Worship females, Quran ayat. And thus they worship Satan. Now, has Satan ever been a female? Hawa was a female. So do you think Hawa, baby Hawa, Eve, was Adam's Eve, was Satan? And they worship, but like let's really find out if they worship rebellious, but a rebellious Satan. Surah Nisa ayat 117, it's not there in the Ismaili Quran. They call upon, instead of Allah, Him, none but female. Doesn't say worship, but invoking other than Allah is invoking. It's shirk, right? It's worship. Invoking, not only shirk, but worship. Do not call on any other than Allah. They call upon, and so it's worship. Part of worship, right? They invoke and instead only females. They pray to none else than Satan, a rebel. So need to contemplate. Even idol worshippers, another Quran ayat which says that idol worshipping is from Satan. But you see, the Satan was Iblis, right? And he never worshipped anyone. Although the ayat says he became haughty, proud, and didn't want to bow to Adam because he thought he's better than Adam. But another way is that he only bowed to God. So it doesn't make sense to me. Now the Muslims are told to only bow to God. And in Surah Yusuf, ayat 100, Yaqub bowed to Yusuf. His parents bowed to him. Yaqub was Yusuf's father. It says his parents bowed to him. Doesn't make sense to me. Idol worship, the unforgivable sin. And soul, intellect, soul. So when you don't listen to your soul, don't listen to your heart, where God should be, or where God sends you the truth, then a master should come and lead you back to your inner self where the truth lies, right? So have we fixed this? Have we found a solution? Quran doesn't give that solution. Quran says in Surah, again, which one I didn't read? Surah Sajda, ayah 13. And if we had will, we could have given every soul its guidance. But the word from me will come into effect. The word he's given to Shaitan, Iblis. We will surely fill hell with jinn and people altogether. The word he's given, whatever, the word he's given but to Iblis. I showed you this. You see, or see, and oh, and another ayat says, okay, this is the nafs, but the spirit is higher than the nafs, right? Soul. So little knowledge. So shouldn't your spirit have? But the spirit comes and God knows what. What do the Ismailis also say about this? Little knowledge have we given you. So I was telling you what a tragedy about the spirit, Quran ayat. Why? You see, you should be told, if find out within yourself the spirit of this is the spirit. This is find the Holy Spirit in you maybe. But God insists that you follow his prophets and the guidance of his prophets and not your inner self. Why? Could it be because these polities found out the truth within themselves and reached such heights, unknown heights, that you can't reach without Abraham, Moses guiding you, and you become like Samiri? But that's not bad, right? To become like Samiri, and then you can find the truth about reincarnation in your souls, names you have named, and your forefathers, without any authority. It blames the polytheists. And the name of Allah hasn't come originally to Islam. It's been there with the polytheists also. And what did Abraham of his time call Allah? This also, you've stolen Allah. But the Jews, ask the Jews. The Christians have told you that Yahweh, no, this Allah is Sam Shaman. If you go to someone was mentioning, who was mentioning in it, Jay, or who would, no, Jay doesn't mention Fender channel. Who mentioned? But I little bit of from David Wood, and when Sam Shaman and David Wood used to come together. Yes, yes. So you see this Baal, the god, you know. Sam Shaman can show you Baal, this Allah, or who? This the pagan, or even Rob Christian can show you who is Allah, right? Let me just check. So you have borrowed this name from the pagans, pagan Arabs for their gods. But the real Abrahamic, really, like Jews and Christians, they have one similar name, Yahweh. So this also wasn't fitting in my religion, Shia Islam, with the Quran, closely examining and trying to find truth from here and there, getting from David Wood and Sam Shaman when he was coming with them, when they were coming together, Christian Prince and all this. Because I feel even my religious scholars and all biased, and Muslim religious scholars, very biased. So I had to go for on my own search. And then even Ismailis on this, I will be helping the Ismailis and asking, inviting them warmly, because they've been very peaceful and honest. So please, if you have the answer to this, maybe trusting in you Ismailis. But I couldn't find the answer for this in Ismail, your Quran. The answer to, what was it? All the points I've brought forth here against Quran ayats, contradictions, and idol worshippers, Imam giving Bibi Maryam, and about Iblis not bowing to Adam, which God created with his two hands. Is that then, like, so many contradictions? Like, what is the question now? Have I, like, many questions popping up like this, which I've been questioning. in this. So I've said it, but I can't succinctly just put my finger on one question. If you can help me on this, figure out, please. How would you answer me? How would you give me proof, valid proof, that the idol worshippers were wrong also, and that the soul should have had knowledge given to it by God, guidance given it to it by God? Why doesn't it have? As the Quran ayat says in Surah Sajda, right? Ayat 13. Surah Sajda is 32. So let me just go to the Ismaili. 32 chapter. 32 chapter. Ayat 13. It's there. So Ismailis, it's there, right? You've been lied. Sorry to put it that way. So even I felt betrayed. But a beautiful, absolutely adorable Imam. And if we had willed, we could have given every soul its guidance. And you know the importance of Imam. But the word from me. So problem here before the Ismail is also that you need the Imam. But don't you just need guidance in yourself or the spirit even? And say, like, so this is my, and say that find it in yourself. And if you lose your way, and if there's someone like a wicked, false imam misleading you, and you've been oppressed by somewhere, then the imam will come, a protector from Allah. And but you have the freedom to search within yourself, and one day you'll find it. But if there's someone who's attacking you, or a demon, while you're in that primary search of yours, then the imam comes and perhaps protects you from that, and you can acknowledge it and you can thank him. Like, without the imam you can't get guidance. Ibrahim was an imam, and Ibrahim was against idol worshippers. Also, that's not right, you see. So this far I've worked out that it's not right for Ibrahim, even the way because he was the guide. And it doesn't say, like, in Hazrat Musa's time also, the Samiri caste went astray, worshipping a cow they made, a calf, mowing, and all that. So it's not right. I So wouldn't it be that my soul inclined to me? So so God says so. Samiri said. So the soul doesn't have the truth. What about going beyond the soul and reaching your spirit, your inner self? The Quran says, the spirit's knowledge I have given but little. Surah 17, ayat 85. They ask you, O Muhammad, why? Reason why is not that this is the knowledge of which is only with my Lord. So you see, exclusively for the Imams and the Prophet, that's not good. You can't save many people like this. How many people can you save like this if the Shia say exclusively for the Imam and all this? Let me just find this. So I'm going a little bit more. Where is it? The soul's knowledge, follow your authority. The spirit's knowledge little. Sorry, I keep forgetting to. I just want to check this and show it to you. Surah 17, ayat 85. Surah 17, ayat 85. It's there in the Ismaili Quran, Surah 17, ayat 85. I'll just click here and it'll take me to this, okay. Places like a prison, non-spatial, freedom of paradise, the real soul of a moment in paradise is a special model of the elegance and beauty of God. O child of Adam, obey me so that I will make you a living and luminous copy of me. Thus, copy of me? Permanent soul. Was upper end of which, how come Ismaili? So the Imam is giving you this knowledge, right? But you can't get, the gurus or the pagans would say, not what the Quran says, believing in forefathers. Your Perhaps they would say, like the Samiri said, my soul inclined to me. God says they will ask thee, O messenger, concerning the spirit. Say the spirit is not from the material world, but is from command of my Lord, and of knowledge you have been vouchsafed but little. So you see, Ismailis, but our imams will give us the knowledge if we believe. What's the prayer? First, you need to believe in this imam. First, you also your preliminary search of truth is this imam. Okay, you've just taken it for granted that this is the true imam. Prophet Muhammad's great grandson. Is it fair to the polytheists, the idol worshippers? So we, for our security now, even I can't help but praying Ya Ali to Ram Kar, Ya Maula to Fazal Kar, because in my weakness. So how bad it is. Why was this soul's knowledge been to you? Why were you deprived of this soul's knowledge? Spirit's knowledge, huh? Oh my God. Soul's knowledge. Spirit, soul, what is it? Oh, let me just make sure that it is the spirit. Surah 17. I have to go to the Arabic Quran. Quran.com transliteration. 1785. Quran.com. The spirit is by. Oh, this Quran.com is taking such a long time to even go into the website. I don't know what's happened to it. So this, okay, now it's going to be 24, 11, oh God, reload, Ruh. It's the spirit. And they ask you concerning the soul, spirit, Ruh. It's not the nafs. You see this? Okay, thank God, at least this much. And they ask you about the spirit. Say the spirit is of the affair of my Lord. Spirit, it's the spirit, yeah. Not nafs, not soul. Okay, now you see what's happened here. Even in the Ismailis, you need an imam. And inside, what would the idol worshippers say? Contemplate until you come to your soul, spirit. You leave your soul, your conditioning, everything maybe, right? And at least go to the spirit to find the truth. The truth should be in you. The true master will give you the truth in you. So all this wrong, I found the Quran ayats, even Ismailis, unfair to the polytheists, idol worshippers. Okay, in other words, I will come back to explain to you and show you again, continuing perhaps on this in search of truth. The Quran had me more confused, and thus I became an ex-Muslim. On these points too, to ponder, I pondered on, and when you don't get the knowledge, forget it, right? I don't settle for second best, but I have right now a smiley dua. Thank you very much. I will come back later to continue.